Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. This is a public service announcement. I just came to say that I am not going anywhere. Recently, someone, either a subscriber or a third party that just happened to come across my videos or saw a link on Instagram or Facebook, decided that they wanted to pass the information along to my ex, letting them know that I have decided to take up this vlogging. And needless to say, my ex contacted me and let me know that, you know, they may have had some concerns. I'm not sure if you want to call them concerns, but one of the things that was brought up in the beginning of the conversation was the fact that I have made everything seem one-sided and made them look like the bad guy, when that is not the case. First of all, privately, throughout the course of our relationship, I have always accepted responsibility for the things that I have said and the things that I have done. Second, publicly, I have always accepted responsibility for the things that I have said and the things that I have done. I have always expected to be held accountable. I have always been held accountable, and I will continue to hold myself accountable for the things that I do and the things that I say. It could kind of come across as very one-sided because of the simple fact that this is my story, my journey, my insecurities, my lack of confidence, my lack of self-esteem, my lack of self-love, my bad decisions and mistakes in terms of the relationship with my son. So if it's one-sided, then those are the reasons why. I found myself defending my decision and explaining why I'm doing what I'm doing, when the truth of the matter is I don't owe anyone an explanation, especially someone that has no bearing, no effect on my life. Not at this point. We've been broken up for nearly 2 years, and the fact that I chose to sit down and hit record on my camera and talk about the things that I deal with on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month basis doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. I'm being transparent. I'm laying all my cards on the table, laying it all on the line and talking about my flaws. That's not easy to do. And the fact that someone can make it about them, mind-boggling. I'm not out here placing any more blame on one person more than myself. I equally accept responsibility for the things that have gone on throughout the course of my relationship, the things that I have said after the breakup, the ways I have acted. I'm not innocent, and I never claimed to be. But the fact that my ex can make it about them, you can't do that. This doesn't have anything to do with you. And for whoever told, because I'm not a child, but for whoever decided that my ex needed to know this, I'm not quite sure what you were trying to accomplish. Thanks for the views, because I need them. I'm trying to get my subscribers up. Like, why do we find ourselves explaining ourselves and the decisions, that we choose to make to people that do not have any effect on our lives? At the end of the day, I'm the only one that's either A, going to reap the benefit, or B, suffer the consequence. Nobody else. I'm here to talk about me and what I go through and how I choose to deal with it, and just do other things on this channel. This channel is not all going to be about, my breakup and my anxiety and, depression and being sad. This channel is definitely going to have a wide variety of content, and, it's just me filling up some spare time that I have and learning about myself and taking the time out to bring people along on my journey, from making things, DIY tutorials, to hanging out with my friends, to spending time with my son. Like, these are things that I'm going to, start working on to foster a positive environment for myself. And here somebody is trying to make it seem like I'm doing something to hurt them intentionally. Not the case. Never was the case. I made the decision for me because I need to talk about the things that I go through. And if in me talking about the things that I go through, I can help somebody else, or, just bring somebody else a peace of mind to know that they're not going through whatever they're going through alone, mission accomplished. I'm not trying to be, you know, mean in the fact that I'm choosing to talk about how I was so easily replaced. Those are the facts. I'm telling my truth. And I know that I shouldn't explain myself to anyone that's going to talk about me anyway. My ex said, "You say that people were talking about you, you felt like people were, laughing at you and things like that." Absolutely. Well, don't you think that this is going to, get people talking again? Absolutely. But I can't let my fear of what people think about me dictate my decisions and the way I choose to live my life anymore. I've done that and I'm over it. Ultimately, if nothing was done, I wouldn't have anything to say. This would not be a part of my story. This would not be a part of my life. It wouldn't be a part of my truth. It wouldn't be affecting me the way that it is. That's the bottom line. I have a lot more to say because I'm a work in progress, and this is going to be a very long journey for me. So I'm trying to move forward and work on myself and, learn things about myself. And if I'm doing it in front of a camera, whose business is it? Why is anybody affected by it? I don't say any names. I'm not, on camera throwing an F-bomb, calling people out their names. I'm not doing any talking about me and what I think about and how I feel and what I'm going through. Simple as that. Oftentimes, people only understand from their level of understanding. So, don't allow anyone that hasn't experienced what you've experienced, that hasn't felt what you felt, that doesn't think about the things that you may think about, don't let them try to, take you away from what it is that you feel like you need to do to heal and to get your story out there. We all out here with stories to tell. Some choose to tell them to, their best friend, and others choose to tell them to complete strangers. I choose to do both. And there's nothing wrong with that because I'm not here to bring anybody down. I'm trying to lift myself up and share a little bit of my life with people that I know and people that I may not know. For anybody that may come across my videos that may say, "Hey, I went through that," or "Oh my gosh, I felt like that also." This doesn't have anything to do with my ex or whomever else may come across my video and feel like, shame on me for saying this, that, or the other. This is all about me. Nothing about anybody else. So, when you set out to do something, know that you're going to ruffle some feathers and you're not going to be able to please everybody. But that should never stop you from doing what you feel like is necessary for yourself. Be it healing or, just taking the time out to think outside the box and try something different. You can't let anybody discourage you. And I was definitely discouraged over these last few days, just sitting and thinking like I had done something wrong, but I didn't do anything wrong. And I'm not going to, stop telling my story. If anybody has anything else to offer or they want to rebut, By all means, start your own channel, record your own videos, tell your side of the story, tell your story, tell your truth. There's enough room out here for everybody. But don't try to dim somebody else's light so yours can shine brighter, because um that's just not, it's not healthy. What I'm doing and how I'm doing it and why I choose to do it should not affect you. And that's, that's just a broad general statement. That's not directed toward anybody. What you do and how you do it and why you choose to do it should be just for you and not for anyone else. It's as simple as that. So be sure to like and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Honestly, Aisha. Thank you guys. Good night.